Hi everyone, this is Laura for Cloud9 Crafts, and in today's video, I'll be creating a Halloween themed birthday card featuring Lawn Fawn's brand new fox costumes before and afters. I'm starting right away by Copic coloring these images. I stamped them onto Transotype perfect coloring paper using Memento Tuxedo black ink, and now I am coloring them using Copic sketch markers. This stamp set is my favorite set from the entire Fall-Winter 2020 release from Lawn Fawn. As soon as I saw that little sneak peek, I knew that I wanted this set and I wanted to make a Halloween birthday card with it because I just instantly fell in love with that little fox over there wearing the cupcake costume, which I think is just so adorable. The same set could be used for Halloween cards, obviously, but I think that it would also work really well for non-Halloween themed cards. If you would just use the cupcake fox or the little bee, it's just a really cute set and I think it's a must-have. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite stamp set or die cut set is from the Lawn Fawn Fall Winter 2020 release because I would love to hear and maybe we could even enable each other. Which probably isn't the best idea for our wallets, but you know what I mean. Alright, so I am listing all of the colors that I am using to color these images here on my screen so you can follow along. For those little wings and then the whipped cream for the cupcake costume, I'm going in with BG10 and a colorless blender just to add a little bit of shadow because otherwise the contrast just would have been too big. So I just needed a little bit of light blue to add a tiny little bit of shading. Now that I've finished coloring all of these images, I'm going to run them through my Gemini Junior die cutting machine. I have my clear cutting pad on the bottom, then my cardstock with the die cuts with the cutting edge facing down. Then I have my magnetic shim, my clear plastic plate, and then another clear cutting pad. Then I just turn on my machine and I run that sandwich through it, and then you will have your die cut images. I also die cut the Foursquare backdrop from Lawn Fawn out of black cardstock, and I actually die cut it twice. I die cut it once more out of regular white cardstock because I will be using the Grassy border die from Lawn Fawn to create the ground on these little squares. So I'm creating 4 individual little scenes for my adorable little foxes. I'm placing my die cut square in those little slots and then I can figure out where I want to position my Grassy border die. I just hold that down with a little bit of purple tape and then I am going to run it through the Gemini Junior just like this, and then I actually repeated this step once more because I needed 4 Grassy borders. I'm adding color to my Grassy borders using Mowed Lawn Distress Oxide ink. The ink blending brushes I'm using are from Tailored Expressions. I don't only love the look of these brushes, but I also really love the quality of them. I have tried out many different brands, but these are my favorites so far. I'm using a little piece of purple tape to hold down my white squares while I am ink blending. I'm using picked raspberry and wilted violets, which you have seen me using quite a lot in my videos. I think that this is probably my favorite Distress Oxide ink combo. I really think that these colors work so well together. They just blend so easily. But in general, the Distress Oxide inks are pretty easy to blend. I enjoy working with these more than with the original Distress inks because I always had a really rough time getting a nice, smooth blend. With these, I'm just always going back and forth between the 2 colors to create a really nice gradient. Another thing you have seen me doing a lot is adding paint splatters. I'm using the Kuretake Gansai Tambi watercolor palette to do this. So I'm just using a lot of water and then a really small paintbrush to add some splatters. I think this adds a lot of extra interest to your background and even a hint of sparkle because I'm going in with the sparkle paint, and it also helps to blend out the background even more. I'm repeating the same process for my little grassy borders, so I'm just going in with some green paint this time. I've actually had this watercolor set for quite a long time now, and to be honest, I kind of neglected it a few years, but now it's making a big comeback in my craft room because I am using it on almost every single card to add paint splatters. I die cut a border from the fancy wavy banner die cut set from Fawn. I added color to that using the Wilted Violet Distress Oxide ink because that will match perfectly with those little squares. I'm adhering my Foursquare backdrop on a standard size A2 note card that measures 4¼ of an inch by 5½, and I'm using my Fawn glue tube to adhere that. This is a really great glue. It's really strong and it dries transparent, so you don't have to worry about the glue drying up and looking all white and sticky. This one dries clear, which is really easy. In real life, I actually made this card the other way around. I started out with the background first, and then I colored the foxes at the very last because I still needed to wait on the actual stamp set, but I really knew exactly which card I was going to make because I watched the Fawn videos, the intro videos on their YouTube channel, and it just gave me so much inspiration. So I started out creating the background, and then all I had to do was stamp and color these images once my package arrived. Speaking of my package, here's a little picture of all of the goodies that I ordered at Cloud9 Crafts from the Fawn Fall Winter 2020 release. As you can see, there are a lot of sets and I just can't wait to use all of these. I heat embossed a sentiment on my banner from the Wavy saying stamp set from Fawn. I stamped that with Versamark ink and then I sprinkled on opaque bright white embossing powder from Wow. Now I'm going in with these little bats from the Spooky Village stamp set from Fawn, and I'm stamping them using Memento Tuxedo black ink. I thought that this added a really nice extra touch to those backgrounds and to the overall card design. I'm adhering my colored images using scrapbook adhesive's foam squares and then my EK Success tweezers to position them perfectly. I'm also using the Fawn glue tube to adhere some other images that don't need any foam adhesive. To finish off this card, I'm going in with the Spectrum Noir Clear Sparkle Pen to add a little bit of shimmer here and there. Of course, I am combining that with a coat of Ranger Glossy Accents for extra shine and dimension. And finally, I'm applying some of the White Blizzard glitter drops from Tonic Studios, and I really love that this is clear so it picks up the color from your background, so it pretty much matches any color or any card. That finishes up my card. Thank you so much for stopping by today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell below so you will never miss out on a video. Thanks a lot for stopping by and I will see you soon. Bye bye!